Are you struggling a lot to get fit and just do the best that you can with your body in terms of your fitness and your nutrition? Let's go over some simple advice. I'm going to show you how to lose fat and gain muscle in the next 30 days. So, let's dive into it. We're going to cover first off fat loss and second muscle gain. So, with fat loss, in theory, it is just calories in and calories out. So, to do that, eat slightly less than maintenance, move more, and then stay consistent. Okay. On top of the calories in and out, just be aware too, stress does involve a lot about your weight, also your sleeping patterns, and then also things like water and work and just life being life. Okay. Going over to muscle gaining, muscle building. To do this, you have to train progressively, eat enough protein, and recover properly. Okay, so the thing that I really love about muscle building is that, like, with everything that goes on in your world, if you go to the gym and pump out some iron, there is a high chance that what you are doing there is one, going to increase your mood and make you feel absolutely amazing, and two, it's going to help you build muscle. Doesn't matter if it's picking up dumbbells, doing machines, doing cables, it's going to help you. Okay, so at the end of the day, when you get your nutrition aligned with progressively overloading at your weights, you are going to have a body recomp, right? And that is what I did. Right? In the photo on the left, I was 220, and the photo on the right, I was 170 pounds. And as you can see, I did build a lot of muscle while also losing weight. So, this theory that I'm going to show you is super, super simple, and this is going to help you do exactly what I did. So let's dive into it. We have three components that we should really be focusing on. Okay. So first off the bat, training, stimulus. All right. So this is my like three pillars to live by. Okay. So first off, training, progressive overload, same lifts to get stronger. Yeah. Simple. Nutrition. Nutrition is about fueling your body with the good food or the good quality food. If you have a high protein diet, there is no way that you will not lose weight and not gain muscle. Honestly, it's super, super simple. The thing is, with a lot of people at the moment, they have a high carb diet. And so once you flip the switch and you become with the third pillar, which is consistently and with consistence, that is how you're going to get results, right? Now, when it has here a small calorie deficit, it is not a calorie deficit of I'm going to have 1700 calories or even worse, like 1200 calories. No, it's finding your maintenance and having a slight calorie deficit under that. And you're probably asking yourself right now, being like, one, what are my macronutrients? What are my calories? And two, but I only have 1200 calories a day. Like, why am I not skinny? There is a lot to unpack there. Let's dive into that in a little bit. From there, consistency, again, this is my third pillar. So 16 weeks minimum is kind of your like, hey, I'm going to give everything at 100%. Within 16 weeks, my man, you're going to have like the best thing and the best body, because 16 weeks to transform is a long time. With this, you can easily get results in the next 30 days. And the reason why I say that is because with me and when I coach clients, we stay, if we don't get results in 2 weeks, that's when we go, okay, what's happening? What are we doing? Is it going up? Is it going down? And then we look at your nutrition, and then we look at your workouts, and then we look at everything else in between, sleep, stress, all of that. Okay. So for us to say get results in 30 days, it beats the 2 weeks part. But just imagine if you were on 16 weeks where you just dialed in and you were consistent. That's exactly right. And also, I put here, stop debating your actions. It's like you follow the A, B's, and C's, and that's how you get results. You do not need a perfect week. You just need consistent ones of training, nutrition, and consistent. So what are the 3 steps, right? So your first 10 pounds, 3 simple steps. The first one, know your numbers, especially protein. So right here, I'm going to put underline, start tracking, period, full stop, That's just what needs to be done, okay? What do I mean by tracking? When it comes to your numbers in terms of your macronutrients, calories in, you can use a app called MyFitnessPal. That's what I do. Super simple. You put everything that you consume with your food and your drinks, because probably, I will be honest with you, you will put in your large Vendi drink from Starbucks and you are going to be super shocked as on how many calories it is. And so, what we find is that when we ask people in step one to track your food, you realize, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm only eating 1,200 calories. But then when you track it, the extra squirt of sugar syrup adds up, the oil that you put on the pan adds up, the one biscuit of Oreo does add up. And then at the end of the day, you realize you're actually eating a lot more than what you think. With your, and I said this before, high protein diet is the key. So once you actually have like a good solid week of understanding what you're putting into MyFitnessPal, that is when you're going to realize, oh, okay, this is where I need to improve on. And you might actually know, maybe you have a 25% protein diet, but you have a 35% protein carb diet. So there you go. You have a high carb diet. So it's about switching that up. Once you start tracking, that is when you are going to have the biggest impact to your goal. Even if you want to lose weight, or even if you want to gain weight or build muscle, you need to start tracking. Step number two, get a simple 3 or 4 day workout plan. Okay. You can send me a DM and I'll give you a workout plan. Super simple. The pro the thing is, you need to go to the gym to get results. Period. But you can also, and I've done this before, you can get results by doing at-home workouts with body weight. Yes, it's a little bit slower, but can you do it? Yes, you can. Because as long as you're progressively overloading your muscles and you are continually sweating and having that high impact, you are going to lose weight. Sure. Now, you can also use a chatbot, like a AI system, and just type in, "Hey, give me a 3 day workout." You can say, "I want to only do machines. I only want to do dumbbells. I only want to do barbells." You can definitely do that too. It will spit you out a workout plan. And then, exactly what I said, it's about just being consistent at doing the workout. Now, depending on obviously your workload, but a 3 or 4 day workout plan is going to get you results in the next 30 days without a absolute chance of failing, as long as you stick with the numbers, stick with your training. That is correct. And I put here, change every 6 to 16 weeks. Now that's a big gap. If you're on a newer, this is your like new starting out and you're like, I'm kind of all new to this, I would change every 6 weeks. The reason why is you're going to get bored, because yes, this process is boring. And so if you change it every 6 weeks, you just kind of like beat that feeling of being at a plateau and that feeling of being repetitive over and over again. But if this is not your first rodeo and you've had a trainer and you're getting back into it, or maybe you've done this for a little bit longer and you're just like, okay, I kind of know my ropes, then I wouldn't change it for 16 weeks, because it's not necessarily about the workout itself. It's about, are you progressively overloading while you're at the gym? And do you have a macronutrient diet, a high protein diet that matches the output that you are putting in the gym? So, step number two, it's about keeping as simple as possible and just repeating the same plan over and over again, in conjunction with step one, which is to know your numbers and to track your food. And in the next 30 days, as long as that is dialed in, you will most definitely lose some weight and also get stronger at the gym and progressive overload, and you will get closer to your goal. Now, again, this step three, and it's like, I'm going to continue to let you know that you have to be consistent at it and you cannot skip days. And so when we find that you let emotions in, and when I find, especially with my clients, I find that when they're having a bad day or when they have a bad sleep or when they're feeling a little bit stressed, if they let them into your food and your workouts, that's when they kind of get overwhelmed, and then they just don't actually stick to the plan. And therefore the progress slows down. And then the reward slows down. So once clients realize, oh, I actually have to do what I'm committing to, that's when they go, oh, great, awesome, it actually works. And so if you take anything away from this call, it's like step 1, 2, and 3, they all work together. And at the end of the day, that is what's going to get you the most amount of results here. Now, let's just recap, right? This is, again, execution is the key here, consistent and execution. This is super simple, okay? Yes, we can dive into more, and I will do that on another video. Actually, cool macronutrients, what are they? Let's break that down. Cool at a gym, what is the perfect structure? Yes, most definitely, I will do that in another video. But the final note that I want to give you guys is, once you actually commit and you have that light bulb moment of saying, holy shit, like I really want to commit to myself and I really want to lose that 10, 20, 30 pounds, or I really want to get that V line, or I really want to have a really good chest or arms, that is kind of what you should be looking for, and what you should be gaining for, because as soon as you have that, like that drive and that passion, no one's going to stop you. Not stress, not work, not a bad sleep. You, and with that passion and that drive, that is how you're going to get your results. And so it's all about execution, and it's about committing to yourself, because no one else in this world is going to commit more than what you would to yourself in changing you and your body. No one else wants that, especially for somebody else. They want it for themselves, all right? So my final note is execution, and just get it done. Now, if you are actually like, hey, this makes sense, but like I kind of just need help and some guidance on this, like you can send me a DM and we can just have a chat on like how could you execute this in the most simplest way. But in all honesty, if you just do step 1, 2, and 3 in the next 30 days, you do before and after photos, and you'll be absolutely shocked on how much difference you can do in the next 4 weeks. But that is it. If you've made it to the end of this video, appreciate you. And yeah, go and kill it, man. The next 30 days, you could be in a completely different position. Bye for now.